to the Paul Cruz Sales Agency. This is the opening monologue to a very powerful topic that I'm going to share with you. How to get rich. That's the topic. I very rarely talk about what it is to get rich, but I decided, let me share this topic with you. So, what is rich? What does it mean to you? Rich is relative, because you could be making $20,000 a year, then you make some changes in your life, now you're making $100,000 a year. That could be rich, right? You went from one level of income to another. You could be making $100,000 a year. The next year you're at $500,000. You could be at $500,000, make $2 million the next year, and you're rich, right? So rich is really relative to what you believe rich is. A guy who makes $1 million a year may consider himself or herself rich, versus someone making $10 million a year is considered rich, and they don't think making $1 million is rich. Does that make sense? So what I'm going to share with you, what you need to develop and how to develop it in order to get rich. Because being rich or becoming rich, whatever you consider being rich, it all starts with your mind. You have to develop the mindset before you can produce the outcome. Does that make sense? So stay tuned, watch this video, and when you watch it, share your comments, share your thoughts, let me know what you think, and also hit the subscription button. Now, for how to get rich. Bye. All right, guys, how to get rich. Now, for those of you who follow me and know who I am, you know that I very rarely, if at all, talk about being rich or making a lot of money. And the reason why I do that is because, to me, the most important thing is really developing the mindset, the right attitude, the strong foundation, so that material wealth and financial wealth and being rich is determined by you, not by what I say, but by what you do by building a strong foundation. However, I decided I'm going to dig into it. We're going to talk about how to get rich. All right? I'm excited. I hope you're excited. Again, if you're watching this on my YouTube channel and you like this video, smash the like button. Also, share your comments. Let me know if you agree or disagree with what I'm about to share with you. And also, if you want to follow me, hit the subscription button below and share this video with others. Okay, now let's dig into this. There's 5 steps, but there could be other steps to getting rich. But what I want to talk about is the basic fundamentals that a lot of people are not speaking about, that a lot of influencers are not speaking about, and that I'm going to share with you. Okay? Now, step number 1 is you have to sell you. What do I mean by sell you? Here's the bottom line. You cannot produce sales. You cannot grow your business. You cannot develop profitable relationships unless you understand how to sell you. Because at the end of the day, people buy into people first before they purchase a product or service, right? So it's important that you sell you to people. How do you do that? You have to be authentic, sincere, genuine, truthful. Your word and your character has to matter. Because at the end, when the smoke clears, it's our word and our character that people buy into or don't, right? So it's important that number 1 is you know how to sell you to people. Because it's all about relationship. That's what rich really means. In my view, having profitable relationship is what's being rich to me. Does that make sense? So that's number 1. Now, step number 2 is, you may not agree with this, but I want you to think about it before you give your opinion on it or disagree or agree. To sell you, you got to have a selling mindset. What do I mean by that? Selling is a mindset. It just is. Because every time we're speaking and communicating, as I am with you right now, I'm selling. Selling is communication. The right selling is having the right mindset. So what you allow to enter your mind is going to determine how you sell. And I know this sounds corny. It may sound, too simple, but it is. But that's how important selling is. Selling is a mindset. If you have that mentality and you build that mentality, you're going to be able to sell who you are. But it starts with a mindset. And here's what I want you to understand. We're all salespeople. All of us. You, me, our family, our friends, everyone we speak with. We're all salespeople. Because being a salesperson is basically communicating. Some communicate better, more effective than others. Some are more powerful speakers than others. But we're all selling every single day. So why not develop the selling mindset? I like to call it the cause. Does that make sense? Now, step number 3 is closing is an attitude. That's the effect of the cause of selling. You see, your actions, what you do, is tied directly to your thoughts, what you think, right? So you got to have the right mindset about who you are. And then your attitude of who you are is going to be shown by your actions towards people, right? And a closer has the mentality and the attitude of understanding the selling process. They understand how to adjust to the prospect, to the customer, to people in general. They understand transition. They understand when and how to push. They play chess versus checkers. But you got to have a closing attitude. And the closing attitude is determined by the selling mindset, cause and effects. Because your attitude is determined by your mindset. And attitude is an action. Think about it. You ever be around people that their attitude is bad and wrong and you don't want to be around them? What about those who have positive, energetic, enthusiastic attitude, that are positive, that are motivating, that are inspiring? That's contagious, right? So if you want to sell you to build profitable relationships and get rich, you got to work on your mindset. You got to know how to sell who you are. You got to offer and sell your mindset through your attitude. Does that make sense? You see how this all interacts? You see how all this comes together? You're probably saying, what does this have to do with being rich? Well, you don't think rich people that have gotten rich had to develop the mindset and the attitude that they're going to get rich? And again, rich is relative. To you and to me, it's like a number. When we create numbers for, how are we going to price a product or services, it's an arbitrary number. We just come up with a number through the way we think, through the actions we take, right? Does that make sense? Now, number 4 is how to get rich. Now, how to get rich not only involves the first 3 steps we just talked about, but it involves everything that you do as a person. Your character, your attitude, your word, how you are with people. Because getting rich means building profitable relationships. Because without relationships, you don't have true success. Or especially the real positive relationships. If you don't have a good family, you're not going to be successful as a father, as a mother, as a dad. It doesn't matter. Getting rich is everything involved in what you do and who you are. And what you do and who you are is going to determine the types of relationships you develop and build over the years. So getting rich is not just a monetary effect. Yeah, that's the end result. Getting paid for your value, getting paid for selling you and who you are, getting paid for how you sell your mindset, how you are with your attitude, and building profitable relationships is going to determine how rich you become or how rich you are or not. So getting rich in this day and age, with all social media, with different ways of generating business and producing business and generating sales, anybody could get rich today. And you don't have to lie, cheat, misrepresent, embellish, and deceive people. You just have to show you, sell you. And if you could sell you and you have a valuable product and services, then that has more value because at the end, they're buying you first. That's why I say that getting rich or being rich is relative. It all depends on the individual. I could be making $1 million a year. Someone making $100 million doesn't consider me rich. They just don't. Because in their mind, that's what makes them rich, is the $100 million they make. For me, it's deeper than that. It's never about the money. I'm rich regardless because of who I am as a person and my character and my word. That's what matters. So that's number 4, how to get rich or being rich. Number 5 is you have to tell powerful stories. And the story that you have to convey first and foremost is you, right? Because I said, number 1, you got to sell you. Well, how do you sell you? You have to understand the value you have. You have to be able to share that value, give that value, offer that value. And that value is what your skill is. What is your skill? How valuable is that skill? And you got to be able to take that and tell powerful stories. And for those of you who believe that people don't want to hear stories, then you really don't understand how to sell you and how people buy. Because people buy one or two ways. They either want something or they need something. You have to get them to want you so that you can offer them what they need, which is your services to benefit them. So you have to convey a powerful story of who you are, what you're all about. You got to have conviction. You got to have passion. You got to have persuasion. Because we all seek that. We're all attracted to that. And for those of you who believe that people don't want to hear a story, then why would people watch movies? Why would you watch a movie if you don't want to hear a story? Why would you listen to music if you don't want to hear a story? Why would you listen to an audio podcast or an audio tape or watch somebody speak in a networking event or a seminar? Everyone's telling a story. And the top salespeople, the top business owners and entrepreneurs tell very powerful stories. They get people to take action. They get people to get what they need by getting them to want what they need. Because when people need to do something, they don't want to do it. And a powerful storyteller understands that, knows how to convey it with conviction, with power, without having to lie, manipulate, or misrepresent. And all of this is free. All it is about taking your time to develop that. And the hardest thing to do is to think. Does that make sense? So getting rich is a mindset. Getting rich and wanting to become rich is an attitude. You have to first build a strong foundation. You have to build the right mindset so that you can have the right attitude, meaning the right actions. Because your actions are tied to your thoughts. Does that make sense? So that's what rich is to me. Becoming rich is more than just monetary or financial or even materially or having material wealth or material things. It's deeper than that. Because I have met people that weren't mentally ready, weren't mature enough to handle success, and the worst thing that happened to them is they made a lot of money. And one of those persons happens to be me. But I learned from that. So again, guys, how to become rich. It's relative to you and to me. Whatever rich means to us. That's what it's all about. But all of these 5 steps, all of these principles are very vital and important for you to get rich. So anyway, guys, I hope this has been helpful. Thank you for sharing your time. And this is the Paul Cruz Sales Agency. If you like this video, do me a favor, smash the like button, share your comments. Let me know what you think, whether you agree or disagree. And if you believe this video can be helpful to others, please do me a favor, share the video with others. Till we speak again, I say goodbye. And remember this, getting rich and wanting to become rich is relative, but more importantly, it's all about the right mindset and the right attitude. Talk to you later. Have a great day.